It's been a while since you set some goals for yourself, financial goals, business goals, even personal goals, fitness goals, things like that. I want to encourage you to take some time and do that. And realize that if you don't have a target, you're not going to hit.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Hey everybody, so I thought I would film this video. I really needed to get out of the house. Sometimes as an online entrepreneur, we end up doing too much from home and not getting out. So I felt like, man, I need to go just take a drive and get out. Such a beautiful spring day here in Idaho. And I was thinking, well, where do I go? Like, what do I do? And then I realized, oh, you know what? I could go to the, there's this ice cream shop / bakery that has some great stuff. And I've been wanting to go there for like the last week, but haven't been able to make it out there with my wife. So I told her, hey, I'm going to just go take a drive. So you get to share this drive with me. Also testing out a new little gadget that kind of suction cups to the glass so you can make videos from your car. It's mainly made for GoPros and things like that, but it works for a phone too. So I wanted to hit you with some thoughts, and that is goal setting. It seems like every entrepreneur knows inherently that they should set goals. And it seems like every entrepreneur knows inherently that they should be striving for goals. I've had such an interesting and like up and down career when it comes to entrepreneurship that at one point I just stopped setting goals. And I don't like that because I know that it has slowed me down in terms of achievement, in terms of what I want to do. So I finally just recently decided, okay, you know what? I've got to bite the bullet and set some goals and determine what is next for me, what is next for me in my life, what kinds of things do I want. There are times when in my business, I had a very difficult time once. This was right after my infomercial had run its course and it kind of died a very sudden death. Well, I went from making a very substantial income to making zero. And, a lot of entrepreneurs have been through that. A lot of entrepreneurs have been through a situation where they lost everything. And that's what happened to me. I lost everything. The pain that caused me, but more importantly, the pain it caused my family, was really, really hard to bear. And it was a situation where I'd never ever thought about quitting being an entrepreneur. That's just in my blood. That's who I am. That's what I am. But it really hit me and affected my confidence level at a very deep level. And I didn't even know how deep this level went until I started talking to coaches and close friends of mine that see so much more in me than I see in myself. And so just being very straight with you, sometimes life can hit you so hard and you don't even realize how hard it hit you, how hard it knocked you down, and how much residual pain and lack of confidence comes with being knocked down like that. So I've more recently come to the conclusion that that's a very important issue. Even though I've had some success and I'm doing well financially and all that, I've come to realize recently that there is so much more I can do and so much bigger I can go, and that I've been holding myself back, and primarily holding myself back because of that one hurt that went very, very deep. It's almost like when you've hurt your family that deeply, you don't ever want to hurt them that deeply again. So you try to avoid what created that. And things can get confused, right? You can kind of confuse one thing for another. And I think that's what happened to me. So I want to share with you what I'm starting to do right now. And I've recently been following people like Myron Golden and Eileen Wilder And these are people that are just amazing, high integrity, but they talk a lot about high ticket and how you should be offering your stuff for a lot more. You should be offering specifically digital products, coaching, things like that. You should be offering that stuff for a lot more than you are. And so I've taken that to heart and realizing, yeah, it's true. I should be charging a lot more for what I've got. There are people that come into the business that have come into the business just in the last few years, charging a lot more than I am. Here I've got 25 years of experience and all that. I've also come to realize that it's not about your experience, and it's not about what you know. What it's about is, can you deliver a result for your client or your customers? And that's what it's really about. So all that to say that I'm now back to thinking big, believing big, dreaming big, and I've got some big goals. I've got some very big goals that whether I share them or not, the point of this video is to share with you that if it's been a while since you set some goals for yourself, financial goals, business goals, even personal goals, fitness goals, things like that, I want to encourage you to take some time and do that. And realize that if you don't have a target, you're not going to hit anything. You're not going to hit the target for sure, but you're also probably not going to hit much of anything else. So it's so important to have a target and to really know where you're heading. What is the direction you're going in? What do you want? Napoleon Hill says, very, very precisely know what you want, what your end result should be, and then develop a plan to do that and to get there, and then start working that plan. It's like I used to tell my kids when they were little. I said, whenever you want something to happen, whenever you want to build something, first you build it in your mind, then you build it on paper, and then you build it. So what does that mean? Well, first you've got to dream it, then you've got to plan it out, and now that you've got a plan, you got to go work that plan like it's nobody's business. So that's what I want to share with you today, is the importance of setting goals. And hopefully this gives you a little bit different perspective from where I'm coming from, that if you haven't set goals in a while, maybe the reason is you've been beat up a little bit here and there. Maybe the reason is you didn't achieve previous goals and you felt like, well, what's the point of setting goals? Or maybe it was a big hurt like I experienced, where that knocked you down to some point where you're suddenly going, oh man, this is tough. This is not easy. And you start letting that pain affect whether you start dreaming again or not, whether you start going for it again or not. So I want to encourage you to go for it, and I want to encourage you to go big. I want to encourage you to dream again. Take some time and write things out on paper, write ideas, write goals, write plans. That's always worked really well for me. I call it thinking on paper. And when you are able to think on paper, there's something about that transferring of the stuff from your mind onto paper that makes a big difference. So hope that's encouraging for you, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still